Good, happy Friday morning, September 10, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. We have a lot of news to get to, so let's begin this morning news update right now on the Riley King Radio Network. I hope you all enjoy. First up, New Hampshire police investigate report of body found at waste transfer station. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Here's today's hot, perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness for just $1 down and get a real workout with tons of equipment and free fitness training. Join today for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Hurry, you'll end September 16th.
Officials are releasing very little information about the investigation here on Industrial Drive. What we do know is that state police and Belmont police are conducting a joint investigation here at Casella Waste Systems recycling plant. Now, yesterday afternoon, it appeared they were searching the plant for something. The Attorney General's office confirmed to WMUR that officers were investigating a report of a body found somewhere on the property, and that call came in shortly after 1 o'clock. Now, the AG's office has not been called here to the scene. We are trying to get some more information. As soon as we get any updates, we will, of course, bring them to you. Reporting live in Belmont, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New vaccine mandates could affect as many as 100 million Americans. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
President Joe Biden is taking a firm stand to mandate the COVID-19 vaccine for tens of millions of Americans.
You've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us.
The sweeping new federal regulations will require employers with more than 100 workers to have them vaccinated or be tested for COVID every week. For federal employees, including contractors who do business with the federal government, there's no test to opt out. They must be vaccinated.
Many of us are frustrated with the nearly 80 million Americans who are still not vaccinated.
The state's third largest private employer, Fidelity, has roughly 5,800 employees in New Hampshire and is growing. A spokesman says the company strongly supports vaccination, and regarding the president's mandate says, quote, "We are evaluating what this could mean for our firm and our employees. We continue to encourage our associates to be vaccinated, but up to this point, do not require it." Other companies and schools have already required the shot. Last month, St. Anselm College announced all staff members must be vaccinated by October 1st. The college is also mandating it for students, saying tonight that 94% of them are vaccinated. Meantime, President Biden expects the current surge of COVID could last for a while.
My message to unvaccinated Americans is this: what more is there to wait for? What more do you need to see? We've made vaccinations free, safe, and convenient.
Regarding cities and towns, the New Hampshire Attorney General's office tells WMUR if any city or town is considering a vaccine mandate for their own employees, local officials would need to consult their own legal counsel. Reporting live tonight, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Five more die in COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 25% of the new cases in children under 18. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Here's today's hot, perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness for just $1 down and get a real workout with tons of equipment and free fitness training. Join today for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Hurry, you'll end September 16th.
There are 522 new confirmed cases in New Hampshire tonight. That is the highest single-day total
since April 8th. The latest update from DHHS reporting 3,079 active cases. There are also 5 new deaths to report tonight.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire hospitals struggle with staffing issues as COVID cases increase. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness for just $1 down and get a real workout with tons of equipment and free fitness training. Join today for $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Hurry, you'll end September 16th.
According to DHHS, there are currently 140 COVID hospitalizations, one of the highest numbers since early February. Seacoast hospitals specifically are feeling the increase.
Our inpatient areas have enjoyed a zero COVID status for probably the better part of a month and a half, but now we've seen more and more COVID patients come to our doors and get admitted.
Neil Meehan of Exeter Health Resources says they see from 7 to 10 COVID patients daily, but are also seeing an increase in traditional patients. Making matters worse, staffing issues.
Like all hospitals around the nation and also locally, we are struggling with staffing. It is our top priority right now, and particularly around clinical staffing.
Portsmouth Regional Hospital CEO Dean Carucci agrees, telling us the hospital is, quote, significantly challenged by staffing issues, but we continue to innovate to address this challenge to meet the needs of our patients and the community. Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center announced today that they will raise their minimum wage for the second time in 9 months, from $14 to $17 an hour, saying fundamental to achieving our mission is recognizing and supporting our employees, and we are proud to take steps to ensure our pay and benefit programs are highly competitive in the healthcare industry. Now, the hospital officials we spoke with today say the majority of their COVID patients are trending younger, mostly unvaccinated, and they expect more to come with kids back in schools and people moving indoors. Their message, continue mitigation practices and get vaccinated. Reporting live, Jason King, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Manchester, Nashua officials concerned over rise in COVID-19 cases. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness for just $1 down and get a real workout with tons of equipment and free fitness training. Join today for $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Hurry, you'll end September 16th.
Over the last 14 days, Nashua Mayor Jim Dodges says his city has seen an increase of 200 active COVID cases.
We have about 24 people hospitalized right now. Nearly all of them are unvaccinated.
In Manchester, cases are up threefold from this time last year. Officials say a combination of a stronger variant and the fact that just 54% of Manchester's eligible population is vaccinated have contributed to 80% of the city's ICU beds being full. They're stressing that adding multiple layers of protection is critical.
But that's one of our other concerns, is the more opportunities for the virus to replicate, the more chances that it could mutate, and that's just another piece of the equation.
Officials in Nashua also issuing a warning about using home remedies to treat COVID.
We have learned of a couple of cases where individuals have been self-medicating with ivermectin to the point where they were actually hospitalized as a result of it. If you are not in a clinical trial, you should not be taking this medication.
And with those COVID infections increasing, News 9 asked Nashua and Manchester officials whether they've discussed instituting vaccine mandates for city employees. Both said there were no plans to do so.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Food bank officials say hunger in New Hampshire is a growing problem. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Lost River Gorge and Boulder Caves is one of New Hampshire's greatest natural wonders. But one thing that's actually helping, according to the New Hampshire Food Bank, is the fact that children are back in school.
basically mirroring what the study was talking about. We have seen a huge increase in food insecurity during the pandemic.
When it comes to food insecurity, the USDA report found that New Hampshire was significantly below the national average, with 5.7% of Granite State families food insecure compared to the national average of 10.7%.
We wish we felt that we were at that number that was published in this study. The numbers that we see from Feeding America reflect more of a 1 in 9 in New Hampshire are food insecure.
The food bank is continuing mobile food pantries as part of an effort to reach segments of the population that may be underserved.
Yeah, we look at where do people drive from to come to our mobile food pantries to make sure that we're hitting every part of the state that needs it.
While the report found that food insecurity last year remained unchanged from 2019, advocates in New Hampshire say that's not what they're seeing.
We purchased more food than we ever did before in the history of the food bank, and we just want to be prepared that if that happens again and the supply chains get a little sideways, that we're ready.
September is Hunger Action Month, and the food bank says they'd like to remind people of that, especially as now they're entering what is typically their busiest quarter of the year. In Manchester, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.